What's up with it, family? This video, I'm gonna come off very different, A lot of people might wonder, where have you been? You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, I've been to myself, gaining knowledge, trying to figure out what life really is. Because I know what life is, family. And life is living it the way you see life to be. So for my videos, the people who really watch me or fuck with me, I appreciate and I salute to you, because the return is on the rise, you know what I'm saying, y'all? And best believe I've been here, I've been holding it down, I've been staying true to myself. It's just sometimes you gotta take a break, man. And that might be my Scorpio side. I don't know. People fuck with the zodiac signs, but you must realize you are everything. Some people just like to, it's like bears, they go hibernate sometimes. Cause they ain't trying to be around the fucking cold, And this world, like Pac said, it will make you cold if you ain't already cold, It will this place will turn you dark cold, you know what I'm saying? But pay attention and listen, because everything you're doing, y'all, the universe is gonna respond to you, So whether that be getting money, anything, you're trying to get a job. But in this video, family, I just wanted to let y'all know that, people might be asking me, why did you stop making videos, And if you are really true to my videos, y'all, you keep up with them when I was posting, I've always said that I wasn't in a rush to become this YouTuber that I see myself as, I don't see myself as a YouTuber, because I know I'm beyond that, I'm a creator, and you are too. That's why, when you implant your seed into a woman, you create something, that nobody else can explain, nor, really grasp on a level to where they can't put you down, but they will try to, So pay attention to the people, because they gonna let you know, Like they say, family, you can only hide in the dark for so long until their shadows, are upon you. So focus, family. The life is hard, We all strive to be ambitious, but I'm gonna tell you, in this world, it's destined for you to fail, And you won't really get ahead until you accept that. Because to fail is to realize, okay, it's normal in this world, I'm gonna fail. But it's about how you get up from that failure, You don't want to be a motherfucker who got kicked in the ass by somebody that ain't even real, It's like you got whooped by an opponent that never really touched you, but you let his words or her words, turn you rock bitter, But for the real ones, the ones that been supporting me, just know the videos are coming back, I never really left, and I told y'all from the beginning, y'all don't need me. I appreciate y'all though, the real supporters, because I wouldn't be right here. I mean, I would be right here, but I wouldn't be, as more out there without y'all watching the videos or letting people know that, oh, he's speaking that real shit, Because some people be needing this shit. I ain't gonna lie. The worst thing a motherfucker can handle is being, around nobody. And that's why I say, for a man, people talk about how, it's hard. Of course it is. It's never easy. But you must accept that role and know that you are a tough motherfucker, not only on the outside, but you're destined to be tough inside, And if you don't see that within your mental, it ain't really expanded on possibilities to where you feel like you can achieve things. That's why you feel like shit, Or you feel like if a girl doesn't like you, you gonna worry about that concept, and you gonna think, okay, maybe, for example, family, okay, say you go to the store to get groceries, or you're gonna go buy something at the mall, and you your mind is focused on this one thing, just to go see what you're trying to go get for yourself. So it's a day only for you. But if you know are doing your thing, and you come to somebody, and because when you're walking around, y'all, people are always around you. You gonna feel people's energy because they auras, and they gonna feel yours. But let's just say you run into somebody and they looks, or should I say they looks catch your eyes, and so do yours catch theirs. If y'all have this stare off, you can't just think about that all day, like what would have happened if I would have intervened, or stopped here? Then would she be a part? Nah, you have to look at life like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to be naturally. You're always supposed to get stares at. You're always supposed to, inspire people, because that's just who we are as individuals, man. It's just you've been programmed to be living at your lowest state, so you feel like you need this, admiration, or this attention. But really, you only crave your attention. It's just you don't know how to really, have a proper bond developed with yourself, man. And that's why I say I'm comfortable being off the camera just as much as I'm comfortable being on the camera. Every time I'm on the camera, y'all, I speak with confidence, and I mean every video with what I say. You gotta protect your mind, and you really gotta, work hard out here, especially if you're a man. Because if you're a woman, man, you really got it. I'm not gonna say you got it easier, but one thing you do have is you have a lot of, if you want to call it, experience, or because people, if you are a pretty woman, especially, you take care of yourself, how you think people are gonna respond? Especially for the people at vibrating low. They're gonna feel like, damn, I gotta say something. So to be specific, family, I know I'm getting off topic, but all I had to say was, because this is still the intro of the video, before because even popular YouTubers, y'all, I'm not gonna say no names because I don't feel like giving nobody, when they blew up for themselves, So all I want to say is that a lot of YouTubers take breaks, If you feel like you're a YouTuber and you watch me and you take breaks, salute to you, because that's what you got to do, man. Sometimes you got to catch up to this reality shit and realize that you are living in your life. You're just expressing how your life is to others, and they could really never grasp the full concept because they ain't in your shoes. But they hear you, because they got problems just like you. So that's why I say, family, when you feel like you like this YouTuber or you fuck with their videos, it's because you feel like you feel them and they feel you. That's what it's meant to be, It's like that's what it always was supposed to be, and you're just developing what it is that you're supposed to get always. So for my people that haven't been, having a good 2025, man, because I haven't really, posted this year, because I've been trying to stay to myself and just, rise, family. And when I say rise, I mean create new things, expand your mindset, and just get in that gym, man, physically, man. Because I always say, man, you're never going to be at your highest if you ain't physically, mentally, and spiritually in tune with yourself. Those are the three factors that make you a superior person in this world, because most people don't want to do shit for themselves, but they seeking validation from anything and everybody, Now I'm not gonna diss no species, man, especially if you're a woman, you know what I'm saying? And don't mind the light, y'all. Forget what you see, man, because if you really fuck with me, y'all, you gonna grasp the message, and that's what I teach. You don't want to be someone that's always worried about this physical, because yes, the physical is important, but think about your body on the inside, and the cells that fight every single day to create new if you want to call it new organisms or tissues, so they could be stronger, depending on whether or not you work out, or say you just broke a limb, a body part. You know, it takes time for all that shit to repair, you know? It's just like yourself though, man. Cause say you're ugly or say you're trying to get better at looking good, you're gonna be worried about the outside of your face, you know? And that's why I say, man, sometimes you just gotta let that shit go. Because if you're giving all your energy to the outside world, what about yourself and the inner inside of you, you know? You're not thinking about how the energy is just still, like static. It's gotta be, you know, like a if you really want to call it, y'all, it's gotta be like a bolt of lightning in the sky, man. Cause all that shit is going up and it's rising, and even when it's rising, y'all, it's coming out from the ground, you know. Cause everything started within the surface, you know. That's why it comes out, cause it's done. It's done what it had to do, you know. But that's what I wanted to say, family. You know, sorry y'all, it's just I wanted to cut the light on, you know, because the message is really important. But it is March 14th today, and I haven't posted in so long, you know. I'm not in no rush, because when y'all do get this video, y'all are gonna get it later, you know. Only thing about it is I have so many. I'm gonna plan to make so many videos for y'all, because I gotta connect with my foundation, you know. What's up, family? This is part 2 of this video. On this side of the camera, y'all, it's a sunny day. Life is good, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta embrace life, man. Don't be rushing anything. But this is the part 2 to the foundation of what I was talking about. I've been making videos, grinding non-stop, just trying to post for the community, y'all. First thing I want to do is say, long live my boy P2. You know, he motivated everybody and inspired a lot of people. And even though you might think of all the times you watched him and how he inspired you, you may feel down, he's in a better place, you know. This is hell, y'all. So I always tell y'all, man, whenever you're ready for the ride, buckle up your seatbelt and be prepared, man, because motherfuckers will try you everywhere, anywhere. And life is all about how much hits you can take, because you see it every day where you go, how people bother you, get on your nerves, or they irritate the fuck out of you. And yes, they know what they're doing, but they're seeing if you're gonna react. And now you don't react. All you do is use it as fuel to keep going. Whether you want to get a house, a car, or you're trying to get something, because people in this world don't appreciate anything, especially the people who are busting their, you know, their life force trying to go get it. And then you got, you know, women in your life giving you hell. That's why I say, man, why are you worrying about that bullshit? You know, what you should be doing, y'all, is going outside and trying to, you know, figure out what is there in life that I need to focus on to accomplish, you know? I see a lot of people are sad when someone dies, but you must understand that, you know, he died at what he loved to do. And this is for anybody. But I'm just putting an example on my boy because he passed away. But he's really here in spirit form, and he might be right here with me. So that's why I say, man, you got to be a positive person. And say you might be like, oh, he crazy. Well, that's because you put your face into what people tell you, so you're brainwashed by another motherfucker that could die too. You know what I'm saying? So in this life shit, that's what I say, man. Only your advice is valid to yourself, man, because everybody's gonna go with what they want or what they know, you know. So don't be forcing shit, and don't be rushing them. People got their own traumas, and that's their life. You know what I'm saying, family? But we're gonna turn this car on, family, so we can get some air flowing. But all I want to let y'all know is that shit like that will happen, man. You know, unexpected things will occur, like Tate said, man. And take this video to the heart, man. I'm glowing. You can glow like that if you focus on yourself and stop fucking being lustful. Choice is yours. Like Saul said, you could live or you could die. Because really, you are living when you are not lustful, and you are dead when you are lustful. Because that's your mentality, man. It's dead. It's about the wrong fucking thing. You know, you're coming here to improve you. You weren't born to be anything else. You were just born wholesome. Just you. You don't know anybody, man. Anybody can set you up. Anybody can get you gone. And that's why I say, man, you are going to have a bad day one day. Like Jake said, you will have a bad day one day. So why be mad now, man? You got everything you want. You're probably loving the life you have when it's just you and your family. Don't ever take shit for granted, man. I always tell y'all to love yourself. But the same way you love yourself, you will love others if you really do love yourself. And that's how you should be treating people, man. Because this world is like a blink of an eye. You blink and you're already 20 years old, man. You know? Because you got lost living in that fucking scenery that you thought was living, but it wasn't, you know? And if it had to take someone like my boy to pass away for you to realize that, well then that should tell you what the fuck are you doing with your life, man? Are you living the life you want to live? All my boy preached was to get the bag, be your best self, man, and to always put the work in, you know? People gonna have their own scenarios, their own stories. But who gives a fuck, you know? Live your life, man. If people want to judge you or people want to try to intimidate you, that's because they feel that you are different. So what? You don't want to be like nobody else, you know? That's why I tell y'all, family, you know, the best things in life are always the things that you want to keep to yourself, man. Because not everybody has your best interest at heart. But all I wanted to really say was, you know, I give my condolences. And when I say that, I acknowledge that you are gone and that I, you know, watched you and did this all. But for anyone to be like, you know, they don't care or you don't, I mean, that's fine. But I'm just saying, everybody looks into somebody in different ways, you know. Just like yo ass might not like watching YouTube, but you watching something. You might be on Spike watching cops, or you might be doing something, but something's entertaining your brain, man. And that's why you have a phone, because you were peer pressure to get one, you know, just like everybody else was. And that's why I say, man, if you die tomorrow, are you going to be happy with how you live today, tomorrow? And if you're not, well then your ass got to change something, family. Because the world is going to keep spinning every day. The matrix around you, believe it or not, is going on all day. But it's about your mind state and how aware you are and how aware you want to become. He could have prevented his death in many ways, but at the end of the day, you just never know what happened. You don't know what's going on. That's why I say, man, and that's the same for you, man. If you were to crash out or something was to pop you down, you're not gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't there. You're gonna go for what social media says, man. You can't always do that. You just gotta look at life like, damn, something happened. And really, you know what happens for a reason. And I won't really question that, because at the end of the day, it serves no purpose trying to fight to bring something back that's already wanted to go, you know? So I say, man, you just gotta focus and be aware. And if they did inspire you growing up, anybody, but they teach us to good use, man. Because there ain't no point in listening to a motherfucker on what he gotta say if he gone and you ain't even applying it to your life, you know? That's what's really gonna hurt you. Knowing that he died living out what he wanted to do, but you're living and you ain't doing shit for yourself, man. That should make you feel like you ain't even nothing, or you ain't really living, because you're really not. You know, you have your body still inadequate, and you can do things that the person that's gone can't, you know? That's what I say, man. How are you gonna implant your statement into the world? What are you gonna do? It doesn't matter what you do. It's about how you do it, and how you figured out where and what to do for that topic, because you love doing it. That's what you're gonna fulfill. Other than that, family, people will attack you, and it's an energetic attack, man. They will try to tempt you to be around things that you don't want to be around, man. But those are people vibrating low. You must understand the law of vibration, and if you don't understand that one law, well, then you're gonna fall short, man. People might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is vibration? Glad you excuse me, family. I'm glad you asked in the back, because just like electricity, something can vibrate high, which means the electricity static can increase, and it's like a Rasengan, y'all. All this energy is just in this constant state of motion. That's vibing high. A baby Rasengan, when there's no energy barely coming out, you're vibing low, because it's about how much electricity and energy you can possess to produce something that is of great power, which comes with great will. And that's what I say, man. You must be aware, and you must practice. Not gonna say semen retention or anything like that, because back then, reality, there was nothing like that. We knew that. We didn't even know what really jerking off was, family, because there was no phones back then, so nobody could program you, and that's what I say, man. You're either gonna be in control of your life, your temple, or the people that run this bitch gonna control you without laying a finger on you. And that's sad if they can, because you watch all these movies or do all these cool things, and you might feel inspired, but you don't have an ability to get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? For instance, it's a sunny day behind me, and that's what motivates me to even start my day, man, because I see a clear, nice sky. I want to be doing things. I want to make money, but I want to make it my way, not with anybody, or not feeling like anybody got leverage over me. Fuck no, because then I ain't a person of true hard work, But that's why I say, man, you gotta vibrate high. You gotta meditate, man. You gotta increase that energy that's so, third dimensional, into these realms that are within you that are gonna start slowly activating once you keep going within yourself. It's just like a Thanksgiving meal, man. When you're making that fucking turkey, it don't take 10 minutes. You gotta constantly preparate everything before you go into hand with it, man. When you learn how to kick high, y'all, you can't kick a motherfucker in their face if you can't even kick a motherfucker in their stomach. It takes time to do anything you want. I wasn't in a car within 1 day, 2 or 3 days. It took me time, but it's about what you're doing within that time you have. How are you thinking to become a better person? Are you staying true to yourself, man? Do you live righteously, man, for you or for God, or for whatever you believe in, But at the end of the day, you should be wanting to do something with your life, man. Everybody has a divine spark in them, and it's about how long you're willing to let that spark flow through you. The spark is your energy, man, like it or not. It's just some motherfuckers let go of the energy they have been because they feel like it's too much to deal with. That means that you are not in control, and your body has control over you. And I'm not gonna say if you're watching this video, man, and that's how you feel, click off. But I would tell you, man, you gotta change your life, man, because seeing me and seeing the videos I make are only gonna further block you from your blessings if you're just watching me and not putting the work in, Because I'm putting the work in every day. Every day I work out. Every day I meditate. Every day I go within me. I work out, meditate. I do make money. And yes, I play games. Everybody probably does. But at the end of the day, family, these videos are gonna be what I'm coming back at y'all with. And I'm gonna go harder than ever before. So be prepared, man. Fasten y'all seatbelts, man, cause this shit gonna get a little bit, you know, drastic out here. But yeah, family, I've been on here for 13 minutes, but this is gonna be part 2 to the part 1 that I had previously released when it was around nighttime, you know, a different change of scenery. But yeah, that's all I want to let y'all know, family. And I'm gonna tell you what's important to meditate, man. It gives you clarity of mind, peace of mind, sharpness, shapeness, focus, endurance. And it gives you zero fear whatsoever, man. Now, Bruce Lee was teaching that shit, man. And that's why he's not here no more, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, I pay my respects to the great seafood master, the best sensei in the world, man. You know, nobody can be someone who's aware of themselves, man. Because you're no longer fighting that motherfucker on a solid frequency or density. And when I say that, you're not fighting him on his physical. Because spiritually, and where he's at now is over the body. It's like smoking weed and you are high as fuck. But you are more focused, more relaxed, and more energy is gifted to you because you have self-control. You know what's right and not what's wrong, you know? And the more and more you practice that, you're gonna get the key that you always wanted. But it's about you. It's not about me, because I can't put the key in you. The only thing I can do is tell you how to activate that key, so maybe your fucking car can start running freely again, you know? You don't want to be tied down, you know? You want to be a motherfucker living free. But in this modern day age, we're still slaves, like it or not. It's just you gotta be a motherfucker to accept what's reality, so you can change your reality, man. Or you gonna be blaming a motherfucking false idol in the sky for why your downfall is to be displayed. And that's what I say, man. You gotta remember that in this life, man, you get one strike. When you get out, you ain't coming back here in that body with the same people that you know. It's not gonna happen. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Live it now like if it was your last day here, man. If you want to make a video, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, do it now. And do it tomorrow. Because you're going to fall in love with doing it the more you do it. Just like myself, man. I like making these videos. I just never throw them out on y'all so fast because, you know I got other things to take care of. And nothing is more important than yourself, man, at the end of the day, because you are a reflection of everybody else. So if you have negative energy, what the fuck do you think you're going to put into the universe? That negative frequency. You don't want that. You know, you want to be as positive as you can to where people damn near don't want to be around you because of how much fucking light you have that bothers their ass, you know? That's why I say, man, if you really love God, man, you ain't gonna be lustful. And if you really want to have, you know, super fast quickness, you want to be super resilient and super strategic, super, you know, anything you want to be, you got to build yourself up to be that, man. And everything starts with energy, because energy is the reason why you can move right now. Energy is not physical, it's a spiritual thing. It's the shit in your body that gives you this access to move your hands. And when you are busting gallons on yourself, why do you feel sleepy all damn day? That's what I'm trying to tell you, family. Wake the fuck up. I know it hurts you when you see a bad female walking past you, trying to figure out why the fuck is she not looking at me, or why can I not, you know, grab her attention? Because women in this day and age are materialistic like a motherfucker, man. The phones are the cause of that. Because now they feel like they ain't gotta go out. They gonna hit you up, or they gonna try to grab your attention so you can hit them. Now I'm gonna tell you this. If you are smart and you are really a man like you say you are, you ain't gonna give a fuck, man. Because you know who you are and the work you put in to get this far. Now if you are thinking with your lower nature, well then you know the shit you do ain't right. So of course, what makes you think God's gonna give you something like that? It will never work, because you are what you attract, man. you know? So for the people even watching this video, man, you are somewhat trying to find yourself, or you are somewhat woken in this world. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But it's okay, family, if you are woken. You don't gotta push this message out to nobody, but you can push this out into the universe, and it's gonna roll with who feels this punch, man. Because not everybody's gonna be called, man. Many are, but few are chosen. You know what I'm saying? And what does chosen mean? Let's break that down, because people think you're this magician, you're this motherfucker that can take everything. No, chosen simply means that you are aware of you, so nothing could play you out your position to where they feel like, oh, we got one up on him, unless there was nothing you could have did in that position. It's like saying that if a motherfucker come at you and maybe be like, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? You gonna laugh, or you probably gonna walk away, because it's to a point where you have so much energy, the ego in you, it's gonna slowly die down, man, you know? Because you are starting to live at your highest again, like we always used to, you know what I'm saying? Before time, Egyptians, all these fucking tribes, yes, just like your ancestors, man. And they live within you, because you wouldn't be here without them creating your motherfucking ancestors, you know what I'm saying? So a part of their genetics is still into you today. That's why I say, man, if you go inside of you, connect with them. But if y'all want to stay asleep, man, and be on this media, well then, that's why you will never attract anything but negativity. But all I want to say, family, is remember why people say mind over matter, man. Because matter is what you can control with your fucking mind. The mind's not flesh, it's simply spiritual. Because the brain will be here, but they can't hack that. They can't hack your mind, man. They know what you might think of, and that's why when you're on these apps and you say, how the fuck that happened? Because you are beacon of fucking energy, man. You know what I'm saying? The body is your only vehicle for you to, like I said, enjoy this life currency. So if you really want a woman, man, your dream girl, man, it's not even about the money, because you can have $1 billion, and if you don't have no masculinity, a bitch gonna walk over you. It's about you. It's about your energy, man. It's about the aura that you walk with. You could be broke as fuck, and you could fuck the richest bitch in the world if you wanted to with that aura. And you could fuck her without nothing, man. And she gonna be all over you still, because they can't explain how they feel around you, because most men in this day and age are dead. They're batteries, but with no battery charge, you know, because they're not operating at their highest, man. You want to be operating out of your crown chakra, because then, you know, you seek enlightenment. So all you want to do is be happy, love things, and you want to attract them to you. Well, if you're in that root at the very lowest, you're in survival mode. So you won't even want to post a picture without feeling insecure as shit, man. Why do you care? And that's the question I can't answer for you. That's why you have to go within yourself, man, or nothing's gonna change for you. But just know that your boy D is back on the channel, baby. I never really left. I just told you I was taking a break, man. And when these videos start dropping, man, be prepared, man, because I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, putting in the work, making time for the fans, man, because I wouldn't be here without y'all anyway, you know what I'm saying? Even my music, when I made music, I don't make music no more, because I'm not an artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm everything, and everything is me, and so is everything you, if you see that in your reality, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, family, long live the people who are gone, because they're never gone. They're with you now, you just can't see them. And what I do want to tell you is that stay humble, and that's why God will open up to you what you need to hear, you know what I'm saying? So other than that, I love y'all, family. You know, I'm not gonna stop with this information, because I know many of y'all need it. Y'all seeking awareness, man, and to be aware is to be alive. So yeah, family, I hope y'all day is peaceful, man, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, man. Stay up and stay out the way.